Welcome to DVB-T Fixes. Today I will present you a multimedia integration I have performed in my Range Rover 2009 Sport. Yeah, and you'll see that the integration has been made respecting, let's say, the original equipment in the car. This equipment I have installed also simulate the television icon and the OM display, and you also have the indication of television in the radio. I also use the original fiber optics of the sound system, and I also have not lost the volume control and steering wheel controls that you normally have when you use it. You have to start a car, of course, and you can see that the volume can be operated from the steering wheel. So it's a very interesting thing, and this receiver also works with DVB-T receiver 2. That means the new one with HEVC codec. That means H.265, but it's also compatible to signals using the MPEG-4 AVC codec. That means H.264. So and what is also interesting, normally digital television, at least in Germany, was in a 700 megahertz band, but since last year March it has been moved to 800 megahertz. The reason, along I know, has been to give the 700 megahertz band free for 5G mobile technology. So this system works with both frequency. So I believe that in most countries in Europe will move to 800 megahertz. I know that in France they have also moved, but they're still using the old codec. So the system also works there, and so it doesn't matter which frequency, 700 or 800 megahertz band, or if you have the high efficiency video coding 265 or the MPEG-4 264, it will work. This system has an input for an external video signal, and for that I have installed a Bluray player, okay, in here just beside the system. It's very simple, and I can demonstrate to you. If I start the player and goes here and return to the settings, you can change the video input, okay, and then you have the Bluray player, okay. So it is also very interesting. About the installation I will talk closely later, and so you have the television back. And what is also interesting is that I have installed a infrared receiver for the remote control, and everything that you can do there on a touch screen, you can also do it with the remote control. That means your kid sitting on a rear on the back can also operate the system. So, and another thing, you have also, video on the move. When the car is moving, you have the option to make it on or off. It's up to you. You know the danger. Normally you are not allowed to have a video on the front screen during your drive, but it's up to you. So normally you can set it off. But what is also interesting, I will show you later, I have also headrest monitors connect to the system, and even if the television is running, okay, I can still use a 4x4 or use my navigation system, okay, and the television is still running, okay. What I would also like to say is that this system has also an input for a reverse camera that you can install on the back of your car. I have not done it yet, okay, because the cabling is also an issue, and I believe I will have one. I will install a wireless camera that can also be added to the system. Now I will give also some explanations about the installation. If you have more than one child, you will see that sometimes one want to see probably a Blu-ray DVD, and the other one probably watch television. I have a solution for that, because your such Blu-ray players or DVD players, they have normally two outputs, okay. So what you can do, you can connect one of these outputs to this receiver, and the other one you can go directly to the headrest monitors, because the headrest monitors have normally also more than one input. So it is possible that one child, for example, watch a DVD and the other one watch television, okay. What is also possible on this system, instead of television, you also have another menu that you can access with the remote control, and you have television, you have film and music that you can, because I have also an USB connection, and I will show you later. I have installed this USB in the center console in the rear side, so it can be accessed from behind. And I was very careful. I have an example with a copyright-free video that I found on the internet, and I will demonstrate to you how it works. So I'm using the remote control, okay? And okay. So, and I have just one video here, but if you have more than one, you can also operate in a touch screen and go to the next video, and all other functions in the radio and the volume, steering wheel are also present if you are using USB. So it is also very interesting, and you can just return to television, and it is very comfortable because it can be done from the rear side of the car. So everyone can operate it because you have a remote control. Okay, I will go to the rear side now and show other features that I would suggest you in the installation. Thank you very much. Now I want to demonstrate to you that you can have, if you use the two channels on your headrest monitors, you can have the same video on the front, for example, in one headset, and you can have a DVD video in the second one. So, and I also can demonstrate if you want. I could have 4 different channels. The one is the same that we have here. I can do the same also in this monitor. So the option is in both. Okay, the same what we have in the front you can have here, or you can have the DVD. Okay, so that's all. So if you have 2 children, and you can understand why it's necessary to have this independent connection. So from the DVD player, you can go to both monitors directly, and then again through the receiver. So you can have in both monitors this option. The system works wonderfully, and I write you. Sorry, it's very important to say I'm not getting any money to do that. I'm just showing you a solution that can be done, can be integrated to your car without losing any existing function. Okay, it is also possible to have, because monitors, they have also connection for headphones. These ones you can connect by wire or infrared headphones as well. So your kids, one can see television using his headphone, and the other one watch a movie, in a DVD movie, also using a headphone, and you and your wife on the front can, for example, have radio, okay, in the car speakers. So you can have 3 things running at the same time without any problem, okay? And so I don't want to have any copyright problems, so I think it's better. Just for information, this video I have now from USB stick. The USB stick, I have made a connection. I will just take away so I can show you. So in the here side you have the cigarette lighter, and I have used also USB. This is original, I have not changed anything, this auxiliary connection, but I have a USB, and I will not demonstrate now because I have just disconnected. But you know, I have the remote control, and from the rear side you can also turn on the television. Okay, so, and you can change the channel. Okay, so and the DVD there, okay, is still running. So as I told you, if you connect a USB stick here, you can also record what you are getting on television. I think it's a very, very nice solution. And so I have been traveling with my family, and my boys were just watching television or seeing a DVD, and I was able to pay attention to traffic, to watch the navigation system, and to hear the normal radio. So yeah, just to finalize, you probably are asking, what about installation? It is so complicated. It's not. You won't believe, but I have done it alone in just one day. I'm not showing you the installation, but I would recommend, there is a channel, I think the name is powerful UK or powerful UK limited. When you buy this system, you receive a harness that will be connected between what you have and the car. That means the receiver you are installing will be between the car and the radio. And I also tell you, there is one video you can learn how to remove the radio unit, remove the monitor, and also before doing that you have to remove the radio first, then you remove the center console, okay? And also if you want to install the USB connection like I did, you have to remove the cool box. And in this channel I told you it was very, very simple for me to install, because the directions in this video are very, very clear, and everyone that has a little bit talent with tools will be able to install this system. It's really not complicated. And another thing is that probably you know, when you have a way to open it when you want to exchange the air filter, and you have the fuse box exactly beside here. So it's very simple to get the power and to make the electrical connections. But of course, if you are afraid doing that, go to a specialist, to a workshop, and he'll also do it. And another thing that I have done, I have installed the monitors in the headrest by myself. And many people told me, oh, it looks really original. And I can tell you, I have also watched many videos in YouTube in order to learn how to do it. And for the first one, I needed 3 days. It's not a joke. And I can tell you, it's much better to measure 10 times and cut just one time. And but it's incredible. For the second one, I did it in half an hour. After you have learned how to do it, you can do it very quickly and secure. So I was very, very afraid, I have to admit, cutting the leather of the headrest. But if you make it carefully, you will succeed. But anyway, you also can buy some headrest that are already integrated with monitors. I want to save money, and I was willing to do it by myself, so I have done it. So it is very interesting. I think I will write in a video the where I have bought it, where I have found the system, and I'm not sure about all models, but if you go there, you'll see that it is also available for other Land Rover or Range Rover head units. Okay. One thing that's probably still missing, is that how to install the antennas. You have to be careful, because you have an airbag behind this cover, but you can, if you can remove this plastic cover, okay, and then you have a torque screw here. I think it's a T20, if I remember. I'm not sure, but it's a torque screw, and it is just behind this cover, and you can remove this cover. So of course you have an airbag behind it, so you have to be careful, and you should go with the cable, of course, behind the airbag. Okay, you don't, if you have an accident, you don't want to have an antenna on your face, so you do it behind it, and you are careful. You know that you have the heating system in this glass, so if you install the antenna just in a corner here, you will have a good reception. So we have 2 receivers, I have 2 antennas, and it works very well. So and it's very simple to pass the cable and come until the head unit. Another thing that was missing is that where's the best place? Because I tell you, behind the radio you have no space to install anything. But when you remove the console, when you remove the radio and then the center console, you also remove this climate panel here. And this climate panel is not really deep. So you have a lot of place behind it and also under it. So that's the best place to install the receiver. Okay? So the receiver will not be installed behind the radio. It will be installed almost behind this unit here. And you have plenty of space here. You have really enough, and the receiver is also very small. So you have two boxes. One box will be, as long as I know, responsible also to simulate the icon here and so on. And you will also have all material to connect the fiber cables of the sound system. So it is. I have the best sound for this ear, and I have also a very good amplifier under the passenger seat, and all this is working with the television system, okay, or DVD. It has also been integrated in the original audio system in the car, and I have really no problem with that. It's really a very good product, and I can really recommend. I think if you find somebody, if you are afraid installing by yourself, you find somebody to install it, you have the same experience I had. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I would appreciate if you really like my video. Bye bye.